Hi, hi, I am Scott Player Pop Cult fan. Hey everyone, I just saw the new Lilo and Stitch movie last night. I saw it with my buddy Sean, aka Cash Vault, and I also did a review with him for his channel. And I want to go ahead and also do my own review of the film. I really love this movie. I think this is definitely one of the better Disney remakes I've seen in quite a while. I think this movie, well, I think I'll talk about some of the issues that I do have with the movie first, and then I'll gush about the rest of the film. But if I had to think about things that I didn't care for as much, I missed Gantu. I will admit that I missed Captain Gantu not being in this film. That's the one thing I will mention about this movie. Captain Gantu did not make it into this one, and as a result of that, I just felt like there was a bit of a void not having Gantu in this one, and while I did miss his presence, I do think that the rest of the movie, for the most part, is really well done. And also, in regards to that, I think what they do with Jumba and Pleakley in this movie, some of the things they do differently, actually worked pretty well for me for the most part, except for some of the humor, not all of it landing for me, and with Jumba and Pleakley. But overall, I think some of the things they do differently, I thought worked. I thought it made sense, and I think for the most part, in regards to some of the story changes, while there's very few, I think it was really fascinating. And also, this movie kind of primarily focusing on Lilo and her relationship with Stitch and her relationship with her sister Nani. Easily the best thing I have to praise about this movie is how much more fleshed out Nani is in this movie compared to the original film. I really like that we have a little bit more with Nani in this film, and how there's like a few different social workers in this movie. That's another big difference. There's like a few other characters in this movie that aren't in the original. And I liked some of the new characters in this one, and how you kind of get the sense that Nani, she's trying her best, and she was trying her best to take care of Lilo, and she was also kind of trying to get into a college, and it's just very relatable, the kind of things that Nani's going through, and I think there's just a lot there to relate to for her character, and I really like how they handled a lot of that. And of course, major credit to the score. I love the score. It is the same songs from the original film, and the only difference is like some of the singers for some of those older songs that were in the original, just different singers. It sounded a little bit different for the songs, but it was still the same songs nonetheless. I love the score. I love the score, and the best thing about this movie is Chris Sanders coming back as Stitch. I love Stitch so much. It's just so cute and fluffy. And I think what they do, like some of the things they do differently in the third act of the movie, I thought were really touching. Like, it's a very heartfelt movie. It's a very much a movie that you just love to enjoy. You just love to enjoy it. It's a fun ride from beginning to end. You love Stitch so much. He's just so cute and fluffy and adorable and crazy at the same time. Little mischievous little devil. And I really enjoyed it from beginning to end, even though this movie, I was surprised by how short it was. It was like less than 2 hours, and One last thing I do want to mention there, though, is that because it's not as long of a movie as I was expecting, it does feel like it's going at a bit of a quick pace. Doesn't feel like there's too many times where it's slowing down very much. It's just going at a really quick pace. Let's slow down a little. Let's take a little bit more time with these characters. That's why I was thinking. I was watching the movie last night, but overall, I thought this was a really great film, and I think this is something that pretty much anyone can enjoy. Adults can enjoy this, even especially for kids. And this being a new version of Stitch for a new generation, and that's something that I'm sure a lot of people will want for this film, for their own kids. And I I had a I was the perfect age when the original movie came out. I grew up with the original film and its three direct-to-video sequels. Like, I enjoy those ones as well. Like the Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch. That one had a really interesting personal story in that. And I was half expecting like maybe like Easter eggs and references to the other Stitch movies in this new one. And there are a few. Like there's some Easter eggs and references to some of these other sequel films in this new one. And I was able to pick up on that because I was also watching the Lilo and Stitch TV show that used to air on Disney Channel, and I'm still watching. I'm still getting through that. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would, but there were some references to other characters. I'm not gonna. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I liked some of those references, and it was just a very fun film. I very much enjoyed it. I loved it. I do have a few issues with it, but overall, I love this movie. So my grade for Lilo and Stitch, that came out this year, 2025, is an A minus. That is my grade and my review of this movie. Definitely worth seeing on the big screen. And yes, we'll see who wins the box office this Memorial Day weekend. Lilo and Stitch or Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2. We'll see. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll catch all your experiments next time on my cousins. Bye everyone.